Hello, welcome to my powder room. Welcome to my powder room. Come on in, come on in. Let me adjust my seat so I can see all of these beautiful faces. Come on into the powder room. Don't be late. Don't be late. How's everyone doing? Hi there. I was not going to drink any wine tonight, but it is so cold outside. I think I just might sip on me a little something to warm me up. It's just something about that wine that warms you up on a cold night. So I got mine right here. I got my wine right here. Yes. It is so cold out there. Feels like snow type weather. I'm doing just fine. Gotta drink a little wine to warm these bones up. It's so cold outside. This is so good. This is wine that I had from last week. And this is the last of it. Just wanted to come to you all and chit chat before I turn it in. Welcome to my powder room for those that are new. This is the time where we come in, we have a conversation, whether I'm getting ready to step out or I'm getting ready to jump in the bed. And as you all can see, I have on my PJs, my sleep attire. Yes, come on into the powder room. Getting ready to call it a night. What's been going on out there? Is anyone else on the chopping block? Time to call it a night. Hi. Just wanted to come to you all and chit chat while I drink a glass of wine. It's so good. I'm sitting here in my powder room. Welcome to my powder room, Nikki. My video looks kind of dark. What is going on out there in Facebook land? How you doing, sweet tea? How you doing, honey? What's going on out there in Denver, Colorado? I hope you're sipping on you some cold wine, sweet tea, because it is so cold outside. I don't know if Birmingham is going to shut it down. You know how we do here in the South. Baby, just getting back in the house. Thought I would grab me a glass of wine to warm up because it's so cold outside. And this wine does the job. I will be sweating in a few minutes. Snow? Oh no. Well, it feels like snow weather outside. I'm good. I'm going to try to go to the store in the morning. Make sure we're straight. This weather looks like it's getting ready to do something. I know you're pretty warm there where you are, sweet tea. Ooh, this wine is good. Did you get out today, sweet tea? And sweet tea, as you can see, no one else is talking about Jussie Smollett. No one else is talking about Gucci and the boycott. No one is, they barely talking about R. Kelly. So it seems like someone else on the chopping block every other week, and then you don't hear anything else about it. Well, I had my grandbabies this weekend, so you know how that was. Hi, Terrence. Yeah, it's all hype. Like I said, somebody's on the chopping block every week. And then you don't hear anything else about it. So I guess everyone is going to go back wearing Gucci like it was no problem. Everyone is going to go back wearing Prada and Fendi, you know. So everyone was pretty much ragging on Mayweather for saying that he's not a follower. He's going to continue wearing Gucci. And I understand because, you know, nobody is talking about that anymore. They're after poor Micheal Jackson, and he's not here to defend himself. So you're saying they're doing a documentary on Micheal Jackson now? Let this man, as they say, rest in peace. There's no reason to bring up what happened in the past when it pertains to poor Micheal Jackson. I'll tell you the truth. Every other week, somebody's on the chopping block. And now they're after Micheal Jackson, and he can't even defend himself. What can they possibly say about Micheal Jackson that we did not know? All of the allegations that were already out. Make sure you come in here, you clothes. I don't watch that foolishness myself. From what I'm hearing, two guys are coming out about, I guess they were supposed to have been molested by Micheal Jackson as children. Now they want to come forward. Why? Why? There's nothing you can do to scandalize his name. He's already been drugged through the dirt. Now he's laying 6 feet under. Leave this man alone. I don't want no parts of that scandal. I would not be watching that documentary. Just like I didn't watch the crucifixion of R. Kelly. I don't want no parts of it. We always want to be a part of someone's downfall, but when it comes to celebrating and celebrating someone's life and their victories, we don't want to hear nothing about that. We all about someone's demise. Talk about freedom. What is that? What is freedom? We're not free. He's the king of pop and will always be. Yes, he will, Terrence, and they need to leave it as such. We don't need to know anything about what was. I think he pretty much paid off some of his supposedly victims. Now they're coming back for more. Hi. I guess we have Micheal Jackson on the top chopping block for next week with this documentary. But I'm going to drink my wine. Listen to me some little slow jams. And get up under my covers, sweetie. It's that type of night. Every now and then, I need a chocolate fix. So I had to go to the store. I should be ashamed. I should be ashamed of myself, but I'm not. And I got this huge chocolate bar. It's so good. Every now and then, I just have to have some chocolate. Said yet he is not here to defend. Yet shouldn't have not paid anyone anything at any given time. Yeah, sometimes when people pay monies, like the hush-hush money, to keep it out of the news, but it's going to eventually leak. So I would not have paid them anything myself. But, Micheal Jackson, they pretty much almost got him as well. I do believe some of the allegations, because Micheal Jackson always lived a childlike life. He pretty much always played with children. You never really saw Micheal Jackson hanging out with adults. He always hung out with children. So he never really grew up. The same is for R. Kelly. These people are living their past. They haven't healed from their past hurts. So therefore, they inflict that pain on others. It's just a psychological mess. Mental illness is real. And nothing wrong with a little slow jam. They say music, food like a savage beast. Enjoy. I will, sweetie. I think his childhood was taken from him, and he wanted to live childlike. He built Neverland. Yeah, like I said, yeah, he never had an opportunity to grow up, you know, because they was pushed into the limelight at an early age. They had, you know, a strict father, so they really didn't have an opportunity to go outside and be, you know, play amongst their friends. They had to always be at home practicing on their instruments or traveling out of town. So their father really pushed them to be who they are, you know, known as Micheal Jackson and the Jackson Fives. So they never had a childhood. A lot of these stars wish that they could do some of the normal things that we take for granted. You know, like being able to go to the stores, being able to just to do the normal things. They didn't never have that luxury of being able to do those things. That's why a lot of people looked at him as being weird. Because he's never lived a normal life. And it's really sad. It's really sad. All the money that Micheal Jackson had, I'm sure he wished that he could trade places with a normal person, if you could say normal. That man was pretty much imprisoned in his own home. And now he's no longer here. And they want to still scandalize his name. That's awful. I'm sure his parents, I think his father is no longer here. You know, I'm not sure if his mother is alive. But, no, they should never even allow that to happen. People can't even rest in peace. When you look at these young celebrities, most of them grow up with issues. Of course they do. And that's why a lot of them end up abusing drugs. Just to be able to cope with everyday life and issues that they have not dealt with as a child. So they go to drugs as a way to heal or to cope with everyday life. People look at their lives and think that it's easy living a celebrity's life. But, you know, they're pulled in all type of directions. You know, people take advantage of them, their management, their family. You know, they're responsible for taking care of so many people. So that's really a lot to deal with when it comes to being a celebrity. I can only imagine what their life is like. I don't think I could handle it. I wouldn't want that responsibility. They want his money. His mom is still alive, but the dad died maybe 2 years now. Yeah. It's sad. Like I said, I'm sure a lot of people are taking advantage of his estate because the last I heard, Jermaine Jackson was working in retail. So a lot of these, you know, brothers or, you know, celebrities don't have it like a lot of people think. You know, they go back to living the life that they lived prior to being a celebrity. Because why would Jermaine Jackson, I think it's Jermaine, I'm not sure if it's Jermaine, whichever is the youngest brother, he was working in retail. Micheal Jackson is the one that was rich. And I think Marlon and Jermaine, they married the same woman. I think Jermaine had an affair with Marlon's wife. And Marlon divorced her and Jackie married her. I mean, Jermaine married her. No, Jackie married Jermaine's wife. And they have children. So that's a lot of dysfunction going on right there in their families. between Sony and his two kids got mostly everything. Yeah. It's sad that when you leave this earth, family members that you don't even have a relationship with come forward trying to get your money. That's why you pretty much have to have a conversation with your closest loved ones, meaning your children, and let them know exactly what it is that you want to take place. I told my kids, I don't want everyone coming there looking me in my face. If you were not there when I was alive, do not allow these people to come look over me in my death. I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare do someone like that. He said Michael took care of them. Excuse me. This little wine was enough for me. And like I said, I'm sure that was a lot of responsibility on Michael to have to take care of his family. And I'm going to talk to my daughters again tomorrow and the day after that until they actually sink in. Do not allow someone that was not a part of my life to come looking me in my face when I'm no longer able to look them back in theirs. Don't even give them the satisfaction. Because the same thing happened when my father passed. You know, all of the so-called people in the neighborhood, they wanted to come view his body. My sister and I did not allow that. Because if you was not a part of his life when he was living, why would you want to be present when he's no longer here to look you in your face? Him and Janet was the breadwinners. Yeah. It's real sad. I just wonder whatever happened to all of his, his estate, all of his belongings, all of his music and things like that. Because they said Prince pretty much had a vault with unreleased music. Because Prince pretty much produced and wrote all of his music. So you have to really take care of those things while you're alive. People don't think about what if. What if something were to happen to me? What would happen to my children? What would happen to my estate? What would happen to all the things that I worked hard to have? Sony took most of it. That's because he probably didn't have anything in writing. He probably didn't have a will. I don't think he had a relationship with his father. A good relationship. So, yeah, just a lot of childhood issues that people deal with. But like I said, I just have this little corner. I'm going to sip this, and I'm going to call it a night. Because the wine is starting to warm me up. And that was the purpose of having this glass of wine. But thank you all so much for joining me here in the powder room. And I guess I'll talk to you all soon. Toodles.